I'm gonna talk like this. Can you hear me clearly?
For now, I can, yeah.
Oh my god, it was okay. Let's go. This is good. It's natural. It's
very natural.
I'm eating Sour Patches during this. Sorry about the sound. Want some Sour Patches?
Yes, okay. I'm starving.
Alright, okay. Nobody told you not to eat, okay?
Look, I just woke up.
And the time, it's 5:17. This man just woke up. Shame.
I didn't go to sleep till 5 a.m.
Okay, but you don't see anything wrong with any of that? You're nocturnal ass.
I'm a night owl.
Wrong.
Okay. Introductions.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of Double Dose with me, Dionté, and my special co-host, Shahv, Tiela.
Yeah, Shahv.
Look, okay. Shahv, Tiela. Sounds more eloquent,
oh
you know?
My God. It sounds like a soap or like a perfume. Shahv, Tiela.
Yes. So, in this episode, we are going to be doing something that we kind of neglected to do in the previous episode, and that is introduce ourselves.
Yeah, it was kind of strange because we just jumped on like anyone just knew who we were. Like two random people just talking.
Right. Well, the people enjoyed it. Well, the three people that listened to it.
We love you. Oh my God.
Oh, but yeah, if you go on my website using the link in the description below, that's where you can find the official Double Dose page, where you can find out more information about us, including all of the episodes of the Double Dose podcast, both on SoundCloud and YouTube. On the pages where you can find a short little bio about us, all of our social medias, all that jazz. So, like we said, in this episode, we will be introducing ourselves, Do you want to start?
Start with the introduction?
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about, I guess we can do that at the end, what's going on.
Oh. Okay, yeah, let's do that first. Okay. That's what I said, did you want to start?
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. Wow. No, you start. I feel like you everything's at the top of your head. Right
okay,
now.
So before we get into, our little, well, actually, no, I think we should do that at the end.
Yeah.
Talk about what we're doing now at the end.
Well, okay, mine isn't I guess it is project stuff, but I was just going to be what happened to you this week? How was your week?
Oh, okay. All right, then, yeah, I guess we could do that first.
How was your week, friend?
All right, well, my week was actually a roller coaster of emotions. I swear, it really was. Because, all right, so I, for people who are just now, following me or whatever, I do music outside of YouTube and dancing and all that extraness. And what I've been trying to do a lot is get my music on streaming services. I've been trying to get my music on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all that jazz. And the main problem I've been running into is, one, finding a service that allows me to do that for cheap, because I don't have a lot of money to my name. And the fact that my mixtape Coronation has songs that I didn't produce myself, which meant that I had to chop it. And all the songs I were chopping were the really, really good songs, the songs that everybody likes. So I'm if I do get my music on these services, it's just going to be those other songs. It's not it's not that those they're not good. Songs. It's just that, it's the ones that people don't listen to all like that.
Wait, is that what they're called? Oh, singles, I guess? You know how artists put out
You mean the singles?
Yeah.
Singles are the songs that you put out before the whole album.
They're supposed to be the best though, right?
Right, exactly. But yeah, so what alright, so like I said, this week has been a roller coaster of emotions. One of those things being because even after I have put out my music, been posting all these videos and stuff, I'm still not getting any views. No views, no attention. If I were to pull up my page right now, all of my videos would say 0 views, 2 views. And it's so frustrating because I'm putting all this work and effort into this stuff and no one's paying attention to it.
That's
it's
how it is at first, though. Hang in there. You know?
Right, exactly. So I'm like, I'm going to hang in there, but it's like still, like, it's frustrating.
It's frustrating.
So I've been writing, like, more music, and I, like, at first, I had announced in, like, episode 4 of Kiki that I was going to do another mixtape called Just Sinful, like, based on the 7 Deadly Sins or whatever. But as I started writing for that, I couldn't write anything for Gluttony and, what was the other one? It was Gluttony and one of the other sins. I was just like, I cannot write for this.
Pride? Is that
no, not Pride. Pride was going to be the single, the lead single. It was, what was it?
No, I feel like
no, not Lust. Definitely wasn't Lust. Damn, why can't I think of this?
Sloth?
Yeah, Sloth.
Yeah.
It was Gluttony and Sloth.
Sloth!
And I was like I literally, before I started writing anything, I looked up the sin, what it meant, and I wrote like what I wanted to talk about in the song. And then once I got the Gluttony and Sloth, I was like, what the hell am I supposed to talk about for these two? And I was like, I can't cut them out because it's supposed to be all 7 sins. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. And I scrapped the 7 Deadly Sins concept.
I think you can get it. You can get it.
No. See, all right.
You could get it.
Look, this is where I'm going. So I scrapped that concept and I just renamed the mixtape Emotions. Because like it's like a lot of the stuff I was feeling throughout the week were being told throughout the songs. So that's when I thought about it. I was like, wait a second. Because Emotions only had like 5 songs. So I cut out Gluttony and Sloth. And in Coronation, I was going to end up cutting out like 5 songs. Because I hadn't produced them. And in Emotions, it was all songs I produced myself. So I was like, what if...
You're going to mix it together?
Exactly. I was like, when I put Coronation on these streaming services, I can just replace the songs I took out with the brand new songs. So that the people who are paying for these services aren't just getting the same shit. They're getting new stuff, too.
Cool.
So I was like, but I'm not going to call it Coronation. It'll be like a self-titled album. It's going to be called Dionté.
Beyonce.
It's all... Yeah, exactly. Because it's all by me. It's all written by me. It's all produced by me. So it'll just be called Dionté. It is my body of work. So that is what I'm currently working on. I'm working on Dionté.
Yes, friend. Yes.
And all of the songs from Coronation, I was going to like make them clean. Because like my mom was like, you do too much damn cursing. Da, 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 da. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make those songs clean. Because when I was reading through the lyrics, I was like, this is unnecessary. I was like, this is unnecessary profanity. So I was like, I'm going to clean this up a little bit.
Let's ask ourselves, is profanity ever really necessary, though?
It's not. It's just how we talk. I feel like it's just natural part of language, and it just happens. And a lot of times I use profanity to fill in those syllables for when I'm trying to do. Like, it helps it. I'm like, all right, let me just put a bitch right here, and that'll be that. So I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to take all that out so that everything's completely clean, it's completely original, it'll be, like, perfect. So, but the thing about that is, so, like I said, I'm really looking forward to Pride Weekend. But I only have a certain budget. I have a budget of $50 to my name.
Okay.
And the service that I found is $16 a year. And I'm like, all right.
That's
but
not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. But the Pride ticket is $15 or $10 if I go on that Friday. But then I also got to get a haircut. You see my hair? I got to get a haircut. And haircuts down here are $15.
Where? Okay, wait. You can go someplace else and get that for cheaper.
You mean like the Chinese places with $5 haircuts? No. Been there, done that.
Money. Really? How did it go?
It was terrible.
Okay.
Like, what I was going to do, I was going to go to Brian, but I still got to pay like $5 to get to his dorm and back. Like, it's still money.
That's like 15. Just
$5. Yeah, it's $5. So I'm like, all right. And then my friend Egypt, do you know Egypt? I think you know Egypt. So she's supposed to be hooking me up with a free wristband. So I'm like, if she can come through with that free wristband, then I will be good. And then I can definitely pay for the service John to get my music on. So I'm really hoping and praying that I can get that free wristband and that Brian doesn't charge me for the haircut. That I just have to pay to get there and get back. And then that'll be that. Because I also wanted to go see Incredibles 2. And the ticket, the ticket is like $7, but that's included in the transportation getting to the theater. So it came up to like 12 something. So I'm like, I got all these things I'm going to do and stuff I got to pay for. And Brian was like, see, this is why you need a job. I'm like, look.
You need a job.
I was like, look, even though I'm like, even though I don't have a job, at least I have the time to do the things I want to do.
That's true.
Like, that's what I was trying to tell him. He was like, well, you're just going to get bored. I'm like, no. I got bored all those other summers because I ain't had nothing to do. I was just sitting in the house. I'm like, now I'm sitting in the house and I'm doing things. So I'm not getting bored. I'm being productive. So I look at it as long as I'm being productive and I'm not just sitting here being a bum, then I'm spending my time wisely. But I'm still trying to look for a part-time job, you know. I just refuse to work in fast food. It seems like that's all that's hiring.
No, sir. Well, maybe now because it's the summertime.
Yeah.
Look again like in the fall when everybody goes back to school, so... But okay.
That's the other thing. Like, my schedule for next semester is going to be, like, packed. And I'm trying to enjoy this break now while I have it. Because I know I'm going to be going through hell when we go back to school. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm going to burp into the mic.
I don't think anybody heard it. I didn't hear it.
Okay. All right. Well, your week does sound like it was very emotional.
Yes.
Mine was, too, in a way. My worst fear came true.
Which was?
Okay. Not many people may know this, but I have a fear of statues. Specifically, Michelangelo's David. Like, have you seen its eyes?
No.
Has anyone seen its eyes? They're terrifying. Like, this man looks like he's about to jump off of whatever fucking column he's standing on and murder everyone. So, I work in catering. And we work at like a lot of museums and stuff. And the company I work for, it's like the set caterer for PAFA. So I went there and like I've been to PAFA many times. It's the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts. So I was in there, never been to the bottom before, but I had to go down there in order to get staff meal during like at the catering job. Are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening. I can hear you. You're literally in my ear.
Put that phone down and look at me when I'm talking to you.
I had to silence it so there's no notification sounds in recording.
Okay, excuses. But yeah, so I'm walking down the steps and then like I see like this fucking enormous hallway of statues like on all sides, like, but it was normal at first because they were just regular human size. It was like heads and like bodies, and as I kept walking, everything just kept getting bigger and bigger, and like I'm starting to freak out. Like very very like low key though because I'm at work and I'm trying to be professional. I look up, and then right before me in this big room is this giant-ass man, and it's the statue of David. It's a replica of it. And its crazy eyes are looking at me. Can I tell you how I stopped? I stopped right in my tracks. I turned right the fuck around, and I ran away. I was terrified. Oh, my God. I didn't even know what to do. Like, I got to the other end of the hallway, and I was just, like, looking around in circles. Oh, my God. Traumatic.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Statues, though?
Yeah, statues. They had to, like, switch me around. Like, I was supposed to work down there during the cocktail hour. And I had to tell them, no, I cannot do this. You need to move me back upstairs. And they did. And then I was upstairs, and I accidentally spilled water on a painting. Like, yes!
Oh, my God!
A painting in the museum. And it's crazy because we were like, because at catering, like you fill up the water glasses and they're supposed to be there like before the guests arrive. So you set them on the tables like right before they get there, so it's still cold and they have ice. It's really pretty looking, you know. We'd have to come around and like pour while they're sitting there. So, oh my God. Right, so we're taking them out the cart. And my manager comes over and she's like, we have to be very, very careful. And literally right as she said that, I picked one up and it like flew out my hand onto the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, right at the wall, and the water like splashed up on the painting. And then there was like people started to gather around and like look at it. Like people who worked there were taking out their phones, texting somebody. I'm like, who are you texting?
Oh my God.
And oh my God, it was really terrible. It was terrible. Everything was okay. The water dried up at the end, but
or at least it was water,
yeah,
not like wine or something.
Oh my God, it was the worst day. I fallen on the fucking ground on my way to work. I was running from the train and I fell on the ground, fucked up my work pants. Like, it was a day.
That's the other thing. Like, whatever job I get, I hope you don't have, like, no like we don't gotta wear like professional type clothes, because I don't have that. I have a bunch of skinny jeans with rips and holes and crop tops. Like I'm like I cannot do no professional ass job.
Yeah, that's what
They would have to give me a uniform, and I just wear that same uniform.
Well, that's what I have. Like it's like a black shirt and black pants.
Yeah, like that's what would have to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of the things that I saw, I was like, oh, I can do this. They were like, oh, you need to have this amount of working experience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need to have a car so you can drive from this location. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like,
Yeah, it's a lot to get started with something when you haven't worked before.
Mm-hmm. Like, the job I had last summer was it was a paid internship.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only work experience I have. And it's like, what we were doing, it wasn't like a normal internship. It was like, you know, the whole building. I told you about it. We had to like build a business from the ground up. It was basically like teaching us how to do all of that. So it wasn't like, you know, we were helping someone with papers or dealing with customers. It wasn't like that. So technically, it was, even though it was a job, it wasn't like I have the experience to do like what these other jobs want me to do. So I don't know how they would look at that. Mm-hmm. My resume is like community service and then that internship. Mm-hmm. That's literally what my resume looks
Maybe like try to get like a job in an office.
Yeah, that's what I would prefer.
You do business.
That's what my mom does. She's very administrative and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's something notable that happened during my week. Like, I don't know what the fuck else to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, like, for me, besides the Dionté, I want to call it an album. Even though it's a mixtape, I want to call it an album. The Dionté self-titled album. Oh, and episode 5 of Kiki. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's basically...
I have another thing. I got a camera.
Oh.
And I'm ready to start YouTube, so check that out. Anyone who's listening, check it out.
Do you have like videos lined up that you want to do?
I just want to do vlogs, you know, and I want to do art videos. Like
that's what I want to do. Stuff. So for Pride weekend.
Oh my god, I was thinking the same thing. Vlogging during Pride.
Yes, I want to vlog the whole thing.
Yes. Okay.
I guess this is now where we talk about ourselves.
Yep. Topic of today: introduction. Dionté, take it away.
Why I gotta go first? Okay, what am I starting from? Like
I don't know.
Elementary school?
Oh, I made notes. Let me take up the notes. The notes. Am I making you tired?
No.
Okay.
I'm just hungry and there's like nothing to eat.
You want some Oreos? I bought some Oreos.
No.
If you say no, oh my god, you said no. You ain't hungry. You're not hungry.
I'm very picky. That's why I'm so skinny. It's like in order for me to eat Oreos, I have to have milk. And that means I have to go downstairs and get some milk. And then the milk will just make me thirsty and it'll make me have to go to the bathroom.
Oh my god, we're learning about you already.
I think I'm lactose intolerant.
Me too, to be honest. Let's get real personal. When I drink milk or eat ice cream, it gives me the farts.
See,
really
with
bad.
me, it happens when I eat cheese.
Cheese. You know, it's so strange because dairy isn't even good for you, but like, it's so good. It tastes so good.
I love cheese. I put cheese on everything.
Yes.
Like, I put shredded cheese on my hot wings.
I put shredded cheese on my... I'm trying to think of something weird. On my carrots. No, that's not weird. All right, okay. So the first thing I have listed here is your background. Where are you from, sir?
Well, I'm from Philadelphia, born and raised.
On the playground. Okay, let's stop.
North Philadelphia, to be exact. Let me see. I grew up in like the Girard area, and then we moved up near like Almy, and then now we're here.
Okay. Hobbies.
Okay, well, my main hobbies include dancing. That's how I stay in shape because I am naturally very lazy, but I usually have like a lot of energy, you know, and I like to dance, mainly hip hop and Vogue, with a little bit of house, a little bit of Latin, you know, a little bit of reggaeton. I throw that all up in there. Other hobby, I do YouTube videos. More recently, like YouTube has become more of a job than a hobby, but you know, I like doing it, so I will include that as a hobby. My channel is very revolved around entertainment and pop culture. basically showing who I am in video form, which is why I major in film, so I can learn how to do that better.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I also do music, as I mentioned before. I have a mixtape out called Coronation. It's available on SoundCloud and AudioMac. But the song I'm most known for is the song I did back, I think it was junior year of high school, called Pat That Weave. It's my most popular video on YouTube. Yes, Pat That Weave is literally like what I'm known for. And that's kind of what Coronation was supposed to be. It was supposed to show people that I am not just Cash Monet, that I am Dionté. Because it's so frustrating being known as a character. I'm like, look, sir, I do more than that. And then, like, whenever I would meet other rappers or, like, try to collaborate with them, they'd be like, oh, like, what do you do? Or, like, they would look me up. And the first name that would come up is Pat That Weave. I'm like, I really need to put some other stuff out there. Like, I was like, okay. But, ooh, yeah. What else do I do? Oh, I write stories on the side. I have a little series out now called Obsess. Currently working on part 3. What else do I do?
I need to read that.
You do need to read that. You are so late in the game. Part 1 was written at Hill Friedman.
Really? Wow.
Yes, for Mr. Toll's class.
Oh my god.
That's where part 1 was written.
We went to middle school together. Hill Friedman was our middle school.
Yes.
That was how many years ago?
We are in college now,
oh
so about 5 years.
What? Oh my! What is this? You know what? No, that's a topic for another day. We're gonna talk about what the hell that story's about.
What else? I said the stories. Oh, I also act. Technically, I am a signed model and actor.
Mm-hmm.
But although I am signed, I never go out on any auditions or anything because they're never in Philly, and I don't be having the money to be traveling all over the world.
Oh.
So even though I am signed, I haven't done much. I've only been in one short film, and that's about it. I haven't done any professional modeling gigs yet. I just haven't had the time.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I feel like there's something else. I always miss one thing. Oh, draw. Well, I don't draw as much anymore.
That's me, sir. That's me.
Yeah. Oh, I play games. I'm a gamer with Y. Mainly fighting and dancing games.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be it.
Okay. So that's it for you for hobbies.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Wait, am I supposed to go like in between you?
If you want to. I don't know. You're the one with the outline.
Oh yeah. This is really shoddy. Like I made this up on my way over here on the
Wow.
bus. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, I am from... Well, no, let me stop. I was born in Israel.
You were?
Are you serious? All these years that you know me, you just didn't know that? Oh my god. Why do you think my name is so strange? What the heck?
Wow!
Yeah, I was born in Israel, Dionté. Jesus.
Were you like how long were you in Israel?
For 3 years. It wasn't that long.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Do you
so you're
even
like
know?
Israeli?
Are we strangers? Israeli? I'm Israeli. Oh my god.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention in social studies class.
He does not know who I am. I could be anybody sitting in this chair next to you. Anywho, I was born in Israel and I was brought over to Philadelphia, America, when I was 3 years old, and I've lived in Philly ever since. Yeah. Okay.
I would ask you what Israel's like, but you were like 3.
I
So
don't know.
where is that?
It's in the Middle East.
Okay, that's what I was about to say, but I didn't want to sound racist.
Okay.
If I was wrong.
Oh, okay. All right. Hobbies. Well, I'm an illustrator in training. I like to draw. I like to sing. I like film. You know, like, I like watching films. You know what I mean? I watch a lot of, like, TV. And when I think about...
Same.
Yeah. When I think about my passion for illustration, it came from TV. You know, like, watching cartoons and stuff from when I was growing up. And anime. Really into that stuff. And... I don't know, I guess it's the storytelling aspect that really, like, attracted me so much. And that's why I want to do things like make webcomics. For anyone who didn't know, I want to make webcomics. So maybe look out for that in the future. Have a few ideas. Not going to share them. But, they're there.
So, have you considered... Because you said you want your channel to be vlogging. Have you considered doing an animation channel where you, animate your vlogs?
I have. I was going to... No, not animating my vlogs, but, doing, animatics. You know what I mean? Which is, little stories. I have, an example to show you.
Okay.
I'll put it on my YouTube
channel. Because, I literally today I found this new animator or whatever. And I was like, oh, these are really interesting. The stories are really interesting. And then I followed them on Instagram. And I was like, ooh, ain't he sexy? I was like, okay. Ooh, and then you know who Swoozy is?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Swoozy. Yeah, I was thinking something like that.
Mm. Yeah, I want to do stuff like that. I don't know. But animation, it just takes so much work. And it's so tedious.
Yeah, because I was like, since you're not as comfortable on camera, then you can just add the little cartoons to fill in, certain spots or whatever, how Swoozy does.
I think I want to, but that's something that I want to work on, becoming more comfortable in front of camera, because I do want to be a personality. You know what I mean? I want to be able to sell
merchandise.
Yes, and my art, and how can you know my art if you? I don't know, I don't know. I just want to, because what is art? But an expression, it's like an artist taking their experience and then something from the real world and mushing it together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what really good art is. And I just want, I don't know. I just feel like it would help understand things if people, I guess understood me. You know what I mean? Ew, I feel like that sounds weird, but
no, it makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's why I make my music so personal. Well, at least the Dionté album is gonna be so personal, because a lot of the songs that I had to cut out were my more party, more fun type songs, and the songs I replaced them with was the more emotional stuff that I've been feeling recently.
Yeah.
So the Dionté album is definitely more personal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I definitely feel that.
We did my hobbies, which is
we're back
illustration.
Where we left off.
I like to sing. I used to sing in a choir. I sang in a choir for 7 years. Want to get back into that soon, but yeah. Oh, I like to sew too. Maybe one day I'll make a fashion line.
Ooh.
Something that what's that sound for?
Nothing.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
I'm waiting for the next question.
All right, I'm moving back to you. I have life experience written down here. I don't know what the hell I was doing on that box. Life experience. Do you have any life experience?
I don't know. What do you mean?
I don't know what I mean. Honestly, I do not know what I mean.
Things I've experienced in life.
I don't know.
What? I don't know.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me see. I was always the smart kid growing up in elementary school and stuff like that. I was the smart kid at all the awards assemblies. My name was the only one being called for everything. Honor roll, perfect attendance, I was getting called for everything. And then once I got into middle school, all that kind of declined.
I'm sorry. I just need to eat something.
You can hear it. You hear the plastic.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be quiet.
If the whole room is quiet, it's gonna pick up the little bit of noise.
Let's turn on the fan then. Okay. Go.
Okay.
Sorry.
But yeah, once I got to middle school, all of that kind of declined a little bit, and it was I wasn't, especially once I got to Hill Friedman, it's I wasn't the smart kid anymore. I'm there's a bunch of smart kids here, and I was all right. And then not only that, but because this is life experience, I'm going to talk about my life. Growing up, I was always skinny. I'm very skinny now. I was always skinny, and I had really bad eczema. In case you don't know what eczema is, it's a skin condition.
I had an
I'm talking about for the listeners.
Oh, okay.
It's a skin condition. It's very itchy, bumps and stuff like that. I still have it. It's just not as bad. But yeah, I was always teased about my weight and my skin. And then I kind of grew out of it once I got to middle school. But then once I got to middle school, I was teased for being gay. Even though I wasn't officially out, I was always kind of...
wait, I remember that.
Yeah, you were there for that.
Was I doing the teasing? I'm sorry if I was, man. Kids are so shitty. I wasn't?
No.
Okay.
It was just like everybody always questioned it, and I wasn't like comfortable with saying it because I didn't want, because it was bad enough being like teased for like being thought of as being gay. So I was like, what happens if I actually do come out as gay? I was like, then what's the reaction going to be? So it was kind of like that. And then once I got to high school, all of that kind of changed. It was like, even though I wasn't the smart kid anymore, Kappa was a little more open and accepting, and all that teasing and stuff kind of went away. So I felt more comfortable with coming out. So I came out sophomore year of high school. Like, I came out to my friends the like freshman summer, and then came out at school sophomore year. So everybody really knew who Dionté was. So I never talked about freshman year of high school because that was that awkward, quote unquote, straight Dionté. Like, I never talked about that.
Freshman year was awkward for everybody, man. None of my clothes fit. Like,
you won't find any pictures from freshman year. I wiped Facebook, Instagram, all of that.
Erase it all.
But so then once I got into high school, you know, I went to Kappa, Creative and Performing Arts, and it really helped me grow as an artist. I went there originally as a visual artist, and that showed me that drawing and stuff isn't really my passion. Because when I was younger, I would always draw more of a hobby. So when I majored in it, I was like, this isn't fun. I don't like this anymore. Learning all the technicals and the circles and the outlines, I was like, oh, hell no, I don't want to do this no more. And what was it? Junior year, I switched to film. And I was like, because I was always a performer. I was just really shy. Growing up, I was always really, really shy, and I could never perform in front of people. But Kappa helped me to become more open and more of an extrovert, less of an introvert. So I was like, I'll major in film so that I can start showing people my like true personality, and I can put it on camera for the rest of the world to see. So while I was doing all of that, that opened me up for a lot of like volunteer opportunities. That's how I got into cars, because you know Kyla. Kyla got me into. Kyla is another friend from middle school, but she also went to high school with me. You know, as y'all know, Shahv went to Central.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kyla, she set me up with this modeling gig. You know, we did this fashion show. That really helped me get comfortable, because I was like, ooh, okay, I get to strut my stuff. Only thing about that was that I had to like walk like a straight guy, and that was so awkward. I was like, no, like I want to sashay, but I had to like walk like I had a stick up my ass. I was like, and I couldn't smile or anything. I had to keep this straight face. I was like,
Why is that the way masculinity has to be?
Right. It was so awkward. I was like, okay. But yeah, I did that, and that was how I got involved with CARS. CARS was this project. CARS stands for Community Approaches to Reducing Sexually Transmitted Diseases. So the TD isn't in there. It's just the CARS.
I was like, wait, that does not spell CARS.
Yeah, because then it'll be CARS. So if you ignore the TD, it's just CARS. And we did like a bunch of community service work, you know, helping to reduce STDs within the community. So I did a lot of traveling around the city, a lot of meeting people, a lot of networking. It really helped me get out there, like not necessarily for my art, but for me as an advocate for the youth in the community. So then that opened up doors for me to work with the Mazzoni Center, where I went on like different conferences and LGBT like related things. Like I really did a lot of community service work during my junior and senior year, and it came in handy because I ended up learning that we needed a certain amount of community service hours in order to graduate. I'm like, oh, I already do this. Like, what? Everybody else was struggling, like trying to volunteer here and there. I'm like, I've been doing this for years.
I went to a teacher and I was like, you need to give me these hours. I was in there for like 5 minutes, but came out with 60 hours.
See, no, I had already been doing it for like 2-3 years. Like, who did I meet? I ended up becoming close with Amber Hikes, who was like the LGBT like representative up at City Hall. Before I graduated, I was working with her on getting LGBT sex ed into the school curriculum. But once...
Wow.
Yeah, like that's how deep in there I was. But once I graduated and like started getting into like college and stuff like that, I kind of... Like, what happened was CARS ended. They cut the funding for it, and CARS ended. So all of those connections and everything that we were working on kind of came to a halt, because it's like, there's no more CARS. And we were trying to continue the work, But now we didn't necessarily have the funding or the space to meet, all that type of stuff. So all that kind of stuff came to a close. And we kind of, I still run into Amber Heights on the street whenever I'm at these events and stuff, but I'm not necessarily doing the work anymore. That's why I'm kind of filling all my time with like my art now, because now I'm not doing all the community service stuff anymore. But yeah. That's kind of like my life up until this point.
Wow, damn.
Going from this shy, closeted kid to this outspoken advocate artist,
Activist.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's why I'm so excited for Pride. I'm like, I'm going to get turned for Pride because it's everything we've worked for. Everything I've worked for up to this point. Like,
Mm-hmm. That was really deep, y'all. I'm about to go and be like, well... I lived,
Well, you said, what was it, life experience?
Yeah, it was like a super, super vague, like, topic. I don't even know. Okay. I was kind of similar, like, shy-wise anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just became angry.
Wow.
Like, I started out at AV Day That Street, like, which is my old elementary school. I was shy. I was bullied. I don't know. I was always trying to fit in, too. When I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry, I'm eating some Oreos. I'm sorry.
I can't.
Yeah. As I aged, I don't know. I just started to realize, like, that's, like, it's not important,
Right.
In. And more so with, like the spread of popularity of things like the internet, you know what I mean? And, like, just gaining access to different things outside of, like, my community, home life, and all that stuff in school. It just made me, like, I started to realize young that, there's so much more. I don't have to be, I can be whatever I want. You know what I mean? And then I went to middle school. And that was cool. Again,
What?
I'm sorry, I feel like you had so much to say. And I'm over here like, nah. Yeah, I went to middle school. And I don't know, I don't know, I feel like I was really coasting through life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really trying for anything. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I've always done art, ever since I was a little kid and could hold a pencil. And I'd always been into comics and all that stuff. And I knew that was never going to leave me. I didn't really think of it seriously or have any idea of what would come after, like where I was then, I don't know. I was just kind of floating around. But yeah, eventually I went to high school. And then I really started to get, like, a sense of what I wanted to do with myself and how I wanted my life to look. You know what I mean? When I think about, like, my personal motivation for the future, it revolves around, like, a certain image that I have for myself and, like, the things that I want. It's all very materialistic, I think. But, I don't know. So, yeah. I gained clear visualization image of what I wanted my life to look like then. I've been working towards it ever since now. Following, like, the necessary steps. I'm in school, illustration, all that good. And, like, I'm trying to, step out there on the internet, kind of do what you were doing, trying to, like, build my voice and everything. But, yeah. That's my life experience. I'm just chilling. Like, chilling doing what I have to do.
Ever since high school, like, I've just been trying to stay busy. Like, I was always trying to keep myself busy so that I wouldn't feel like I wasn't doing anything. Like, I didn't want to feel like a bum, just like, oh yeah,
No direction.
Right, because it was like, I'm like, if I'm not going to be doing that well in school, then I want to be doing well at something. That's why I really got into the community stuff, because I was like, it really helps. It builds you as a person. So it's like school is important, but it's like, it's not that important when you get out into the real world and you really realize what's going on in the world around you,
Yeah, and so many other things start to matter.
And then, like, now that I'm not doing that stuff, like, that's why I'm getting more focused into, like, my art and stuff, because I'm like, I like to stay busy, like, stay active,
Yes.
So what was the next little bullet point?
I have no idea. I think it was what are you doing? It was what are you doing now?
Oh, we said that in the beginning.
Fun shit you like? That's one on here. Oh, likes and dislikes, and then fun shit that you like to do.
That's hobbies.
Oh, okay. It could be
likes and dislikes. We can still do that.
All right. What do you like? What do you hate? Tell me. I'm sorry. I am hungry.
Give me these Oreos. Likes and dislikes in regards to what?
Everything.
Okay. So I don't like being taken advantage of. Because I'm a very nice person. Although I'm shady, I'm still a nice person. And I try to help out whoever I can, whenever I can. Mm-hmm. So I don't like when I feel like my efforts are being taken advantage of. And then you only talk to me because you need help with this, that, and the third. It's okay. All right. And then I don't like how... I don't like how I'm putting all this work and effort into my craft and stuff, and then, no one's paying attention. Mm-hmm. It's very frustrating. All right. So, the main thing that set me off when I started, writing the other songs, I'm gonna call it the Emotions EP, because that was what was supposed to come after Coronation. The things that set me off was that there is another person that I know, and they just recently started doing music. As far as my knowledge is concerned, they just recently started doing music. And it's not that their music isn't good, but it's typical, nigga music. It's okay, all right, this is cute, okay. But it's they're getting a lot more recognition and praise from people that I also know and know way better, that I'm way closer with, but I will see shout outs and promotions and stuff for that person, and then I don't get the same thing. I'm okay, but you know me way more, and you know that I'm more serious about this, yet I'm not getting that same praise. It's okay, it's do you even listen to my music? It's okay. And then not only that, but there's this other person that I also know, and they were getting, they basically became a little internet famous for a quick hot second for dressing up as a fictional character and prancing around in the middle of the street. I'm seriously? I'm so this is what people want to pay attention to.
Yeah,
I'm
think
okay.
About, the way things are right now,
But I'm it kind of makes sense, because I'm I am still currently known on the internet as a fictional character.
Yeah.
But I'm that's not my goal. I'm trying to not be known as that. Whereas though it seems this person is trying to be known as this fictional character. And I'm sir, you are way more talented. You are way better than this. You can do way more with this exposure than feed into the hype of being this dancing superhero person. I'm come on, are you serious? It's just how is it that stupid shit gets so much attention before the actual art? It's just so
the nature
frustrating
of the medium these days, man.
Honestly. Yeah. It makes me doubt myself, why am I even wasting my time? Because I'm even though I am putting all of this into my music, I'm putting all of these emotional stuff into it, no one's going to listen to it and no one's going to get the message. So I'm should I even do it? And let alone spend the money to do it?
You should.
It's
honestly, because how can we expect anything to change if we just focus, if we just stop? You know what I mean?
That's the only reason I keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because I refuse to stop. I will not be silenced. I literally say in the first line of the song, you might not like what I say, but it has to be said.
It reminds me of This Is America by Childish Gambino.
Right, that was the other thing. When people started memeing,
I was what the heck?
Whoa!
Did you even understand what any of this was about?
Exactly. I'm this is not something that you meme. I'm that is so inappropriate. But it's that's what he's saying in the song. It's this is America. This is what people do. And I'm okay. Yeah. All right.
Well, that took a turn But it's serious.
Because I got into the dislikes. Because I already talked about everything I like to do. So I was like, might as well talk about the dislikes.
How long is this? How long have we been in here talking?
I don't know. It doesn't say. You got here, I don't know.
It's been like at least 14 minutes. 14 minutes.
I feel like it's been long. I feel like it's been at least a half an hour.
You want to sing? You want to sing together?
Sing.
Let's sing a song, you and me.
That's one of the things I like to do. So like I put on little concerts here in the house.
Oh my.
Like, cause we have like it's like a karaoke set downstairs, and like what I'll do is I'll like look up a live performance that I know of, and I'll like do the whole live performance. The thing I do most is like Beyonce on a Budget.
Ooh,
I'll do like the whole formation sword, just like with the choreography and everything. I'm like, here go y'all, Beyonce on a budget, and my sisters like live for it. They'll put me on their lives and on their stories and stuff. So before I leave for Pride Weekend, I'm gonna do like a little Pride concert. I do a bunch of LGBT anthems, you know. Yeah.
Film it.
I think I will. Because I'll be singing, and like my singing isn't the best, but like I'm in the house with family, like who cares?
I really like, I don't know, I can go into my hobbies a little more. I like anime. So if anyone ever wants to talk about anime, or you know, cartoons, all the comics, you can hit me up and we'll chat. We'll have a good talk, a good discussion. Maybe we can talk about stuff like that because you like cartoons and games, and that would be fun.
Yeah, I still watch SpongeBob.
Oh my god!
Just to like, I literally just watch it to compare it to the old SpongeBob and see if it still holds up. Because a lot of people don't like the new SpongeBob.
No. I wonder if the memes come from the news episodes or no.
They come from the older episodes.
I think that's so interesting how we're able to like take from something that's been fucked up, you know, and like still have that same enjoyment from it by
because they're like remaking all the old shows. Like the one thing I will give the new SpongeBob is that they definitely cleaned up the animation. The animation looks a whole lot better. It's better to watch. It's just the content is like it's like almost mind-numbing. Like all the shows today, I was literally talking to my sisters about this the other night. I was like, all of y'all shows are so stupid. Like they're so. It's
Did you watch Steven Universe?
I tried to. Is that the camera?
Yeah, this is the camera.
I don't know why I thought it would be a lot bigger.
Yeah, I know, me too. It's really small.
I tried to get into Steven Universe, and then, like, I like Steven Universe. I just kind of fell off, you know? My favorite character is Garnet, of course. Like, Garnet is my bitch. But yeah, like, because how the conversation came up, I made up this game. That's the other thing I like to do. I like to make up little games.
Oh, yeah, and you do. Oh, my goodness.
I made up this game that me and my sisters played, and it was called, what did I call it? I'm Gonna Let You Finish. I called it I'm Gonna Let You Finish, based off the whole Kanye Taylor Swift thing.
Oh my god.
So the object of the game is like you have a category, and you have to sing a song in that category, and the person whose turn comes after you, they have to cut you off with another song from that category before you can finish the song. So what we started with was TV show theme songs, because, you know, they're short, everybody knows them, boom. So it was like, if you started off singing SpongeBob, someone else would have to cut you off singing another TV show theme like that. And that was basically how the, like, conversation of, like, TV shows and all that came up. Because I was like, they're growing up with, like, Liv and Maddie and what's the Loud House.
What is any of that?
Like, all
Liv
these...
and Maddie sounds
all these shows are just so dumb. The one thing I will give them credit for is trying to be progressive. Like, I wasn't watching Loud House, but it was on while I was downstairs. And the guy, one of the main characters, he has gay parents. I was like, I had to turn my head. I was like, wait, what? And he was like, because he kept saying my dad. So I was like, did he say dads? And then in the next episode, his dads dropped him off at the sleepover. I was like, wow. I was like, okay. One of the dads is black. I was like,
oh, wow.
Okay. I was like, wow. Okay, LGBT representation. I was like, okay. I was like, the rest of the show is dumb, but the fact that they actually had gay parents, I was like, I'm kind of interested.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Times are changing. You know, when I think about that, I feel like how the kids show seem dumb. I start to wonder, like, what if that's how like older people saw our shows when we were younger? And,
right.
Like, we only see them as like, you know, substantive masterpieces because we were kids watching them.
Right.
We feel that nostalgia for them. I don't know.
I mean, like, not all of them were masterpieces. Like, I don't know, so many people like Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
That shit was stupid. But it was amazing, though. I love that shit.
Like, I liked, even though I didn't grow up with cable, whenever I would go over to someone's house and they had cable, I loved Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh my god, yeah.
Criminal Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yes.
Like, Kids Next Door.
Kids Next Door. We should do a nostalgia episode. We should do that.
Like, I loved all of those shows. And then, well, those were just Cartoon Network. When it came to, like, Nickelodeon, SpongeBob, iCarly, Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom? Oh my god. I had the biggest fucking crush on that little cartoon boy when I was younger. Oh my god.
What was the other channel? Oh yeah, Disney Channel. Disney Channel had that. So Raven, they had Zack and Cody. They didn't have a lot of cartoons, but Lilo and Stitch, the series. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I was the only person that liked that show.
Dragon Jake Long.
That was Disney?
Yeah, it was Disney.
I thought that was Jetix. Does anybody remember Jetix?
I know what Jetix was. Wasn't Jetix like under
Jetix had Yin Yang Yo and the Jackie Chan show and Puka.
Wait, Puka? I loved Puka. I gotta stop screaming in the mic. I just gonna fuck everything up. All the sound quality.
What? I got a cough.
Do it. Let it all out. Don't stop. Don't stop.
The other thing me and my sisters were, that was the other thing. We were able to nostalgia, if that's the correct, whatever. Nostalgia about Cubo. Do you know what Cubo is?
Oh, no, that was like the show that wasn't on cable.
Exactly, it wasn't on cable. Like, was it Jacob Tutu, Pippi Longstocking, Miss BG,
Class of the Titans.
Yes, like I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm getting so old. I'm like, the fact that I'm sitting here like looking back at old cartoons with my sisters who were like younger than 15. I was like, I'm definitely getting old.
Wow. How old are we? We're the same age, right?
Yeah, I'm 19. I think you're older than me.
Yeah, I turned 20 in a few months.
I just can't wait till I turn 21.
Me too.
That's just gonna be on and popping. I definitely want to do something special for my 20th.
I want to go somewhere. I want to like have like a party, like someplace. I don't know. Like I want to maybe go. I'll go to like a casino or something. I don't know.
Casino? Can you get into a casino?
Yeah, when I turn 21, I can.
Right, I'm like
when
21.
You're 18, you can too. As long as you don't drink, you just can't drink on the floor. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just want to do something wild. I want to go somewhere and have a party. But I don't do wild stuff very often, you know. But I think that would be fun.
That concludes the second episode of Double Dose with me, Dionté, and my co-host, Shahv. Tiela.
Shahv.
You can follow us using all the links in the description below. Find out more about the podcast using the website link down below. We will be posting episodes every Monday. Well, trying to keep up with this every Monday schedule if Shahv can keep up.
I live a full and rich life.
We will try to push out these episodes to you guys every Monday. So just make sure you follow all of our social media pages, including the one that you are listening to this podcast on, and turn on the notifications so that you can stay tuned and be in the know about all future updates.
And please comment, send us email, send us questions.
Yes.
Anything. We'll talk about any of it. Please just talk to us.
You can submit all of your questions, comments, and concerns using our Instagram, Twitter, or our Gmail, which is also linked below. Or there's also a contact section on the website where you can send in an email directly from the site.
Yes. Okay.
That concludes the second episode. Stay tuned for the third one where we will be talking about all things LGBT, since this is Pride Month. Woo. So stay tuned.
Bye.
Oh, yes. Goodbye.